Welcome back to another AQ World Infinity video. We are going to be covering Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from the design notes on AQ2D.com. If you've missed my previous AQ World Infinity video, I'll put a link to that in the top right corner. Let's get started. Tuesday, I fell asleep at my keyboard before finishing the Tuesday post. Not the first time. Small GIF here, but I'm not really sure what it's showing. Therefore, anything goes story time. This morning, I went to the gym solo. Zoom, my usual workout partner, was out sick. We normally talk about the project during the workout. That's okay because Dage was going to be filling in, but Dage had to stay all night cramming on AQ3D's Talk Like a Pirate Day collection, which was releasing later this week. So I went alone. If you do not count my app, where it features some sort of robot overlord that demands you lift various heavy objects in specific ways. At least I thought I was alone. First, I ran into Faith. Then, I ran into Sauce. Sauce was there wearing a straw hat and a vintage dress coat with a camera. He was preparing to film something for someone. Then, I ran into WWE's Baron Corbin. He lives nearby. A lot of wrestlers do. So we run into each other a lot. It's weird running into so many people. I did my robot-commanded workout and then headed home. That's pretty cool, actually, running into Corbin from WWE. Then I went home and there was still an hour before the workday started, so I rode my bike for a few miles. The bike was new, my kids just learned to ride, so I bought a bike from Walmart to join them. Dage helped me bring it home with his truck last Sunday. The quality is a little questionable. The pedal fell off and the front brake squeaks and does not actually work, but oh man, I have not had so much fun in years. I grew up riding my bike around Pennsylvania. I miss the hills. Florida is flat. Our biggest hill is still more level than one scene from Rick and Morty. After a ride, I showered, met Beline, and stretched to try to figure out how to make seasonal events on the Google Play Store. This is something we are going to need to know how to do for Infinity 2. But this time it was for AQ3D's Talk Like a Pirate Day event. I created the promo graphic in all the sizes needed and submitted it, and then I met up with Reens, Ghost, J6, and the crew. We started a quest run through to see if there were any problems. Well, here's a leaked link to my testing doc. Infinity Bludrut Quest Review from Artix. Now, I won't be covering absolutely anything, but here's the frame 1 of the cutscene stall. Did you see that GIF? You can see the first image is freezing and then it's panning out. The saga start indicator, it should be yellow by default because she has a new quest, but also at the start of a saga, I would like to have a custom icon with a book to indicate that is more important than a normal quest. If you go to Bludrut twice and then click on her, she does not play her cutscene. This is a cutscene overlapping. A pop delay when you go in to turn in a quest. Little indicator right there needs to be white, apparently. Oh, this little white part right here needs to be adjusted. Solution, make the quest tracker size the same default size and position as the APOP. Bunch of different errors here. Showed a loading screen joining Bludrut, and then it joins in showing a cutscene. Some weird issue with that. We have this popping up all weird when it jars on that. Interesting. Card yellow? What? We have a bunch of yellow in the interface using the wrong... Oh, it's showing the wrong color. Make bold and add a black outline to make it more visible because this is kind of difficult to read. Skull Guy has a question above him, but has no quests. This guy has no quests. Here's the image from above. It says that the NPCs that appear in the quest tracker do not have their particles set the same way the sprite renderers are. As a result, some things are layered wrong and particles are not masked. But I'm not really seeing where they're layered wrong here. Game-breaking cutscene click. There is a moment where the player can click on anything after the cutscene plays, but before the APOP quest pops up. If you click a button which triggers a cutscene, it breaks the game. I got all these with one kill. Random disappearing hair. Rin's hair was there, then flickered away, and so her hair just vanished. That is pretty cool to see a leaked document on this, though. I think that's pretty neat. There are a few things to fix. On production days like today, everyone goes off in their groups and works on their tasks that were listed on Monday. I created buff and debuff pop-ups for Spider. Ghost was wrapping up some Mage animations. Nolgath's computer went kaboom, so he's stuck until the replacement arrives, which I think it did arrive this week, if I remember correctly. Rin's Warlick and I investigated and worked on Infinity issues through the day. It was an appropriate marathon of chaos. But then I felt this weird feeling in my stomach. Oh right, I forgot to eat today. But no time for that. It was already evening and time to take the kids to martial arts. They do a sort of double class. It's 1 hour of normal training and then 30 minutes of leadership. Sometimes I help teach, sometimes I jump in and participate in the class. Tonight I did a little of both. And then we returned home. And oh man, food tastes so good when it's deeply appreciated. I was like Goku chomping my way through rice. Nom 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 nom. Then it was time to help the little ones with their homework and get them ready for bed. Bedtime is always like a boss fight at the end of a video game. You never know if we're gonna be faced with a challenge by combat or suddenly realize a dozen bonus things they have done before they will sleep. I assume they got the resistance to sleeping from me, says the guy who fell asleep at his computer at the end of this tale. After they were asleep, I fired Unity back up and dove back into my C# training. I was scheduled to be working on Project Omni stuff for the night shift, but I have really been trying to get a handle on using delegates. On my side monitor, I put YouTube videos featuring 100 people playing Project Zomboid Trapped in a Mall, which is both hilarious and the most amazing social experiment. Spoiler, is exactly like watching The Walking Dead. Normally, I wrap up work around 1 a.m., but it was only 11:30 p.m. and I could barely keep my eyes open. Then it hit me that I had not done the Infinity update yet, so I grabbed the day's screenshots and started writing you an update, and apparently fell asleep. I have no idea why I wrote all of this. It's actually Wednesday, and Warlick is in the voice chat with me coding the solutions to the cutscene bug in Wednesday's post. We should go talk about that. Wednesday, coming the day before Thursday. QR Reset is short for Quest Reset. We're working on a list of issues. It features the link I already showed above. Tunic and Ghost fixed the issue with the opening cutscene already. Warlick is working on a nasty game-breaking issue where there's 1 or 2 frames when you click that button above the NPC's head when you're not supposed to be able to. It breaks the game. Actually, as I type this, Warlick might have just fixed it. Ghost is experimenting with a left-handed fireball cast. The part where the hand thrusts out is timed to where the projectile version of the fireball will be attached, so it will seamlessly appear to throw the fireball the mage is holding. He wanted to have a hand replace the shadow, but because we have so many weird, non-human stick figure monster unusual shaped armors, it was not going to fail gracefully. Ghost wants to start working on Rogue next. Having a left-handed fireball attack is pretty cool. I'm a southpaw, so it'd be awesome. For the rest of the day, we're going to be going through the bugs in the order that they were encountered. This kills my secret plan to spring a tech demo tomorrow. I was really gunning for it this week. The next tech demo is going to be a lot better without the bugs. See you tomorrow. That would have been so cool having a tech demo, but oh well. Thursday, Mage update. The Mage is getting really fun to play. Disregard the weird bouncing text. It's being replaced in the next update. And look at that though. That's so funny. It's like Arcane Shield. Target out of range. Everything's popping up as... That's so funny. In the GIF above, we use the shield and see the Mage in its custom combat stance with some glowy blue Mage energy on the backhand. Then we used explosion, ice, then fire. Ghost is still working on the fireball skill and effects, but each round of these changes looks better and more fun to play. So that's really neat. It is coming along nicely. So here's the visuals of it. Most of the effects in Infinity come straight out of Flash, now called Adobe Animate. Here, Ghost is using Unity's particle system along with the exported Flash sprites to create the Mage Magic Missile. Spider posted some freaking awesome previews of what he's building for the Mage Auto Attack. Looking forward to showing you that when it's working in the next build of the game. You are very small, these little NPCs. Meanwhile, Bludrut was working on a new monster template and ran into some sizing weirdness. You can see the sizing weirdness. All right, that's kind of cute. So we built a new monster and NPC builder scene. It'll help us size monsters and animate the attacks more accurately. Look at all the different templates that the imagery and whatnot. Well, the third time was the charm. From small to very, very tall. I would like to know what weapon AQW is using right here. I don't know how to say his name. Okay, I know what you were thinking. Just to set the record straight, at least the base AQ World's base NPC templates are wearing swimsuits. The Dragon Fable and AQ3D base NPCs are still in their birthday suits. Actually, it's been a while, so I might be wrong, and the Dragon Fable team can call me out on this. Artists draw armor, hair, and accessories on top of the base templates when creating new items. The buff Goku-looking male NPC is the old template. The new one they use is more modern, less ripped, more stylized. Personally, I am a fan of the classic Dragon Ball Z look. In our game world, there's definitely room for all types of characters. Ren's, Warlock, and Tunic were busy working on the quests and maps. Did not actually sync with them today. The way I was 100% certain that they were doing this is because tons of things were breaking today and the server are being reset a lot. That is a symptom of systems being rewritten. They have been working hard on this. The constant changes and the feature requests resulting from tests are so stressful. What is good about this is it will be worth it when players log in and have a fun and smooth experience. See you in tomorrow's update. Friday. You cannot have a Friday without some frying. And there he is, blasting it away, scorching the Chaos Imp. Ghosts. Casting windup is fast and explosive. Because you have blue glow in your hand, it feels good to see the yellow, orange, red fireball form in your hand before you launch it. The fireball hit needs the smoke added on top of it, possibly scaled down just a wee bit. The distracting text and the timing of the debuff aura will be fixed when Spider's new combat code gets merged in. There's another glaring issue you can see in this animated GIF. After the cast animation completes, it's jittery and then goes to this start combat stance instead of resuming the combat stance. Having custom combat stances for classes was not something we'd planned for, but we have them now. We need to add some code into the skill editor that will let us tell the player which animation to blend to after an attack animation completes. And this weekend, Talk Like a Pirate Day is happening in AQ3D and AQ Worlds. So you can see some of the new stuff added, and then of course the image of AQ3D looks very cool. Have a great weekend. And that is where we're going to wrap this video up. What do you guys think of the progress in AQ Worlds Infinity? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.